Hey friends, welcome to Rhubarb Patch Studio. I'm Leah Noel. Thanks for joining me today. I am here to give you a brief update on what I've been stitching in the last month. It is the last day of May today. I don't know how that happened. I have a good amount of projects to show you. I do have one finish. I have just a couple things coming up I'll share with you. And yeah, that's it. Before I get into my own stitching, I did want to do a spotlight mention for a new Flosstuber. I haven't done a Flosstube mention in a while. This is just a section where I highlight another Flosstuber and encourage you to go and check them out and subscribe to their channels. So the other day I was catching up on my Flosstube subscriptions, and YouTube recommended a new Flosstuber to me. Her name is Jackie, and she is the Comfort Stitcher or Comfort Stitching. I can't remember which one it will be, or which one it is, but it'll be down in the description box below this video, along with any project or person that I mention in my videos. All that information will be below in the description box. So Jackie is a really interesting person. She is an artist by trade, and so she works with a variety of mediums, but recently has got into stitching and started filming her own Flosstube channel, and she's mostly a monogamous stitcher. And I really like to watch monogamous stitcher Flosstubes because we get to see more progress usually, and you don't see that on everyone else's channel. So I think if you're a monogamous stitcher, I enjoy all stitching channels, I guess. Anyways, so in her first Flosstube, she's only got one video out so far, but in her first video, she does show a finish, which is the Consider the Lilies. And she made the most amazing customizations to hers. The colors are absolutely gorgeous. She has added animals and insects that represent prairie life to her, and I hope that you pause this video and go check out her channel and watch her first video. Say hi to her, subscribe to her channel. Just go show her some love, because I think she's gonna share some pretty great things with us in the future, and I'm looking forward to that. All right, so I got interrupted there when my husband came home. But I was about to show you my own stitching. So everything's in kind of a random order today. I just didn't have the wherewithal to organize anything. And so it'll be just kind of random. The first thing I'll show you is a finish. It's actually a start and a finish. It's called Patience by Little House Needleworks. I stitched this 1/1 on 28 count blue spruce linen. So it's very tiny, and I did not do the border. Here's the border. You see the border? I did not do that. And I modified the colors to suit my son's teacher's interests or tastes. So this is how little it is. You can see I think I'm gonna have to go over here. Okay, so this is my fingers for reference. I am a mess today. Okay, so there is the finish there. That's so sweet. And I don't know if you can see in the video, but I used Whisper floss for the sheep. There we go. I cannot resist using Whisper Floss for sheep. Made the flower pink because this teacher's favorite color is pink. The design calls for a button on the larger sheet, but I just did 1/1 with the lighter pink and then outlined, backstitched with the darker pink. So that is my start and finish, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to FFO it. I gotta send it to school on Tuesday, so I have my weekend plans cut out for me, I guess. But if you do not know what I mean by Whisper Floss, this is what I'm talking about. So Whisper Floss is just super, let me show you this. It's just very fibrous. You can kind of see how fluffy it is. Okay. The best advice that I received, and that works for me very well, is to stitch with 5 or 6 inches of Whisper tops. Okay. This is going to save you a lot of headache when you are stitching with Whisper. All of the fiber, it really, it can get kind of bunchy and nubby, and it can be kind of frustrating to work with if you have too long of a floss. But I find that if you just keep it to 5 or 6 inches and just stitch little bits at a time, it'll work out. It's much more manageable that way. Over 1 on 28 count, I opted to do half stitches. So I don't know if you can really see. There, you might be able to see a little bit better. I did half stitches with the Whisper and instead of a full cross, and it worked out really well. So I don't usually fluff it up like with Whisper Floss. Some people, some designers will encourage you to fluff it with like a toothbrush, or like they make a special tool for it even. But I just don't do that. So that is a start and a finish. And yeah, glad to have that done. I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to manage a teacher gift this year, and it's still feeling a little bit like a push, but we're going to get through it. Okay, on to my works in progress, or my whips. The first one I'll show you is my long dog samplers. This is Ragnarok. This is my leap year start, or leap year project. So I am going to try to do 4 pages per year to be done by next leap year. So I kind of laid out the grid here on my paper and cross off the pages as I finish them. So as you can see, I've finished a page since you saw this last. Speaking of which, this is what it looked like the last time you saw it. And I've been working on the bottom right page, and I finished it, and I'm going up from there. So here is my progress now. I am really enjoying this. It's so fun to stitch the negative. I can't remember if I mentioned that I'm stitching the negative on this. So instead of stitching where all that black is, I'm stitching where all the white is, and that way the fabric can really shine on this project. This fabric, I thought I was gonna sneeze actually. Oh. It's an X2 design fabric called Jack-o'-lantern in 36 count, and I am sorry. Oh. it has a smell to it, and I'm pretty sensitive to this smell, and even after working with it for a while now, it still has some kind of fragrance, and like just now when I get a whiff of it, like, oh, it bothers me. So like when I first started working on this, I was getting headaches when I would stitch on it for too long. That's just it's just an extra design fabric thing. It looks so beautiful. I love the looks of that fabric. I'm sensitive to the smell, so I don't love it. The smell. Love the fabric, not the smell. But anyway, this is 36 count. I'm stitching 1/2 with DMC floss, and I just have a floss that matches my fabric for the back stitching sections. See there, like there's some back stitching there and here. Just every now and then there's like some back stitching to give the piece some more texture. And yeah, I'm really enjoying the stitching on this. It's very, very nice to have a monochromatic piece to work on. Okay, next I will show you Portuguese Bird Sampler by Barbara Anna Designs. This is the model. The lighting is awful today, so that's what the model looks like, but I'm changing all the colors. I'm stitching this on 36 count Lilac Something by Lakeside Linens. And it's a big one. So this is where it was last time you saw it. And I've been taking this to school events where I'm waiting for auto to be done with whatever. It's very easy to take. Okay, here we go. Let's pull it back so you can see the whole thing, because I don't think I worked on the borders at all, but since you saw it last, I have completed filling in the body of the bird and its wings, and both of the flowers are now fully filled in. What else have I been doing on this? I think that's most of it. So I'm liking how it's turning out. The border, next time I pick up floss for the border, I'm gonna have to start counting, because pretty soon I'm gonna have to round the bend down there. So I'm gonna have to start counting all those little nubs. So they're not quite as easy to just pick up and stitch. I've made several customizations to this, but I think I'll cover those in another video when I have a little bit more time to tell you about it. I stitched this in hand, and I'll finish the border in a hoop. Yeah. Sorry if that was loud. Okay, I worked on Flora and Fauna by Willow Hill Samplings. I worked on this for a couple days. This is just an overdue project. It needs to be done. I'm customizing most of these elements to remind me of our previous house. And this fox here I'm going to modify to look like our dog Teddy, who passed away a while ago now. So I want this done, and I think it could be done. I don't have a before picture to show you. I'm not going to dig it out, sorry. But there we go. So here is my current progress on this one. I love it. Yay. So, since you saw this, I finally finished these tiger lilies. I had to freeform those, like I just kind of looked at some pictures online of actual lilies and then tried to, I just placed them. I just did whatever. It's a little bare right here, but I just don't really care enough to do anything about that. I think I'm really drawn to like organic shapes and lines, so I think it'll be fine. I'm happy with it, and that's all that matters, right? So I finished the bunny since you saw this last. I might have brought the grass over a bit. I know I added the green parts to this tree. I don't know if I added the tree itself. The tree might have been added since you saw this last. I finished the robin. I made a red-winged blackbird. So, yeah, I modified, so like, it's hard to see, but I modified the colors on the robin to be more realistic, and then I modified this bird to be a red-winged blackbird. This is going to be a monarch butterfly. This is going to be, what's it called, an empire butterfly? Something like empire. So I still have quite a bit of work left to do on this one, but I'm happy with the progress that it saw this last month, and it's going to be done eventually. I actually received this pattern from a stitching friend from Instagram. Her name is Deborah, and it'll be nice to finish that finally. This received 1 day of work. This is called, what is it called? Bienvenue on Normandie. I'm gonna change Normandie to another town. I haven't decided which one yet, but I'm definitely gonna change the Normandie to another town. What I've done since you saw this last is I just started finishing the grass. So I'm just in this square here. This is another one that has just not really seen a lot of work, but it's because it doesn't have a purpose really. I just pull it out when I feel like working on it. I don't have a before picture. This is where I am right now. So I'm almost done with the grass. I just have to fill in a little bit more of one color green here, and then this whole cow section will be done. And that will feel good. I absolutely love this cow. It looks so beautiful. I just really love it. Look at that. Look at that cow. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Yay. Look at that. Yes. I just love this cow. Sorry, I've shown that for a long time, but I just love that cow. Okay. I had, looks like a couple new starts are next in line here. I'm trying not to start a whole lot this year, but there were a couple things that I did decide to start. So this one is called Witch's Kitchen by SubRosa. And I've had this design for a while. I bought it a while ago, like a long time ago, because it reminds me of my grandma, but not the witch part. Like, I'm not gonna make her into a witch, and I'm gonna change all these colors, which you'll see. But it just reminds me of my grandma and her kitchen, and with the mice, yeah, she had a little bit of an infestation in recent years, and so I started this, and I got a couple days work, and it's so cute. So, like I said, I am totally changing the color scheme on this, and I'm just making this sweet little lady look like my grandma. So I'm not gonna stitch her hat. changed all her, all the colors. See? Let's see, can I do it this way? So I gave her a little apron. It's got a pinstripe, yellow pinstripe apron. This dress will be totally blue, you know, I just gotta fill it in, and you know how I am about fill in. So fill in, it's got some lace, changed the sleeve length on the dress, gave her some bloomers, let's see, and the mice, and her shoes are gonna be the same color as the mice. She's the gardener, so. This fabric is 32 count. It's needle and flax, I believe, and I don't remember the color of needle and flax linen. Needle and flax linen doesn't come with like a fabric label. You have to add it yourself, and I'm too lazy to do that. So anyway, this has been fun to do. Anytime I do like a major overhaul on the floss choices or the fabric choices, like it's just really motivating to me to stitch, because I just want to see how it's going to turn out. So let's see, this is the other new start, the annual border by the Drawn Thread, and I started this with Dana Gemstone Stitches. We had a start along on May 5th. We'll be stitching this together. It's loose. We've got no goals or deadlines or anything. We just started on the same date, and just to do it and just to have fun. So I bought this as a kit from the Drawn Thread website, which I'll link below, and it came with a linen that I didn't really care for. It was like a natural linen or whatever. So I modified this linen, and I think it's like light mocha or something. I started in the middle so that I would have enough fabric. It's charted to be, I thought for a second that was upside down, but it's not. It's charted to be 1/2 on 32 count linen, and it's just too sparse for me, so I am using 2 strands of floss, and I'm hoping that I have enough floss. If I don't, I will roll with the punches. I will figure something out. I've got plenty of floss in my stash, my collection. So, just the words so far. Haven't gotten into any of the flowers or anything, but that was started. Okay. Next, I worked on this for a couple days, I think. Yeah, just 2 days. This is Jingle Bell's Christmas Tree Farm. I'm stitching this for my middle sister, who's coming with me to StitchCon. That's exciting. This is by the Victoria Sampler, and I'm doing everything as called for, which is by her request. Otherwise, you know me, I would have just changed everything. But this is so close to being done, and I just want to finish it. So I think if I were to give this a full like 7 days, it would be done. If I have a before picture, I'll put it in, but I don't know if I do. Here it is now. And since you saw it last, I know I worked on I added all of the snowflakes. That's the word, snowflakes. I've added all the snowflakes. I've added a lot of the snow here. Actually, I added all the snow in the trees. I added all the snow here. I added a bunch of over 1 stitching. Like, there's tiny little birds here and there. I know I added like a brown. I think I did that little tiny tree there. I did a lot in 2 days. And it's so close to being done. Oh, the other thing I did, I ripped out the yellow that was in the windows, because it was what was called for. But my dye lot was just a little bit more on the orange side, and so it just got, it was drowning in this brown. You couldn't really tell that it was supposed to be like a glowy kind of a feeling, so I swapped it out for, I don't know, a yellow that I had that's just more glowy, more candlelight, fireside glowy. And oh yeah, and then I added all these needles, and that's where I ended. And I was like, okay, that is enough for right now. Thanks to everyone who encouraged me to just put the beads on top of my stitching here. I'm definitely not going to unstitch anything. I am hoping that it looks fine. I think it will. And unless my sister watches this video, she might not even know that it wasn't supposed to be stitched. So that's where that is. So close, so close. Okay, the last whip that I have to show you is called Timber Mallards. It's from Southward Bound. It's a booklet with 2 designs in it, this one, and I'm doing this one. Here is a close-up of it in the back. I'm using all the called for floss, but I swapped the fabric out for 32 count cauldron by Picture This Plus. And here is my, here's where I am right now. And you'll see a side-by-side of my before picture. So since you saw this last, you can see maybe that I've added a little bit of the background here. I went down here to start the logs down here, and this is the very bottom of this design. So I've now reached the bottom. So this is as tall as it's gonna be, which is great. So this is all gonna be like reflection, water reflection over here. I added some green to the head. I might have added some there, I'm not sure. Oh, I know what I did. I worked on adding some of the half stitches in the background here, which you can't really see unless you're really looking, but it does give a like a foggy effect from a distance. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this one, and I want it done so I can move on to my next bird design. I'll probably do something from the Crosswing collection next, but I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I really have to just focus on finishing this one. It's over halfway done. It's probably about 60% done, or so, maybe more. I don't know. Really enjoying that one. Okay. Now, plans really quick. So I'm going to StitchCon and very excited about that. It's coming up. Ooh, can't wait. I'm going to Weekend B, so it's June, I don't know, 13th? Is that it? 12th? 13th? I don't know. It's the weekend of Father's Day, so I am going to be gone for Father's Day, which is, you know, it is what it is. We'll celebrate, you know, another time. My sister's going with me, which is exciting. I haven't decided all the projects that I'm going to take. I'm going to look for the ones that have the most fill-in, so I can just sit there and chat and fill in while I'm stitching. Let me know if you're going to Weekend B, and yeah, if you have any ideas of what I should bring, like what finishes. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. And the last plan that I have to share with you, you might have already heard if you've watched Megan Wide-Eyed Stitcher, but I have, she and I are going to do this, this really sweet design together in celebration of our 40th birthdays this year. So we're both turning 40 this year. Our plan is to stitch this, and then we're going to cut off here between the goose and the egg basket, and we're going to exchange the egg basket and then stitch our two halves together, so kind of like a custom friendship stitch. And so we decided on this pattern. We're still trying to decide on flosses, I mean not flosses, on fabrics. The two that I'm considering are Salem by Color and Cotton, which is purpley, it's like a grayish purple, or Patina, which is most similar, I'd say it's most similar to DMC 926, but it's between 926 and 927, and it's just impossible to capture on the camera. But it's like a, you know, patina, it looks like patina. So if we go with Color and Cotton, we might choose one of those. We're still kind of going back and forth on ideas about fabrics, and then we'll pull our flosses and everything, and we're both pretty excited about it. It's kind of a fun project that we're gonna do to celebrate our 40th birthdays this year. So I don't know when we're gonna start that, but that's kind of on the horizon. So that's all I have for stitching. Very brief update, life update. My sister is moving out of our house, so she just found a place that she wants to stay for a while, that's closer to where she works and closer to just stuff, you know, places where she wants to spend time. And I think it's going to be a positive change, and it is going to be bittersweet. It was really nice to have her around, to see her regularly, but it's also exciting, you know, that she's more settled on where she wants to be, and also I get to move into that space where she's been staying. So this might be the last time that you see me in this space. I might be in my new stitching space next time that you see me, potentially. And if you don't see me next month, it could just be because I am just doing life, you know. I have fungus gnats right now, and they're really kind of from these guys, these guys. So I gotta figure that out. But anyway, yeah, next month is gonna be kind of a busy month because I've got StitchCon, and then Otto's got some art classes that he's gonna take this summer, just some fun stuff, and then swimming, and I planted a vegetable garden with my dad and my youngest sister Bridget, and so we're gonna be doing gardening, and that means cooking stuff and preserving some of the stuff that comes out of the garden, and it's gonna be pretty busy. A lot of you have asked about my rhubarb, give you a rhubarb update, and if I have a picture of my current rhubarb situation, I will put that in here. I did manage to plant 2 rhubarb plants on my property this year, and I'm very excited to see them grow. It's been rainy, and they love the rain. Rhubarb love water. They are thirsty girls, and are just plants. They're just plants. But anyway, so that's been going well, and yeah, I've got painting. I've got a lot of painting projects that are coming up this summer, like house painting, kind of rooms, like stuff I wasn't able to tackle when we first moved in. Gosh, it seems like a lot is looming, but it's actually all good stuff, and I'm feeling a lot better lately. Like, just my mood is a lot better lately, and it's good to be excited about plans, and so it's been good. So that is all I have to share with you for today, and yeah, hopefully I'm not forgetting anything, but if I did, it's okay. Oh, I am back on Instagram. I was just finally feeling well enough to be back there and socializing, and so I am slowly getting back into that, but I am checking Instagram more often now, so you can send me DMs if you want. It's a good place to just connect with me. That is it, I think. So I hope that all of you are well, and yeah, I hope you're well. I hope you're stitching as much as you want to, and just enjoying your time wherever you are. So, all right, well, till next video, take care, everyone.